Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Kat. It's been a minute, actually more like 8 months. A lot has happened since you last saw me, like chapter and a half of memory kind of things. I promise I will share the full story with you soon, but today I want to kind of talk about something that's been kind of eating up my brain space lately. Because I'm kind of at a crossroads, a career crossroads. Do I go back to consulting, kind of the stable paycheck, the prestige, I don't know even say that, but more structured life? Or do I kind of keep hustling on my own path and building something uncertain, but maybe bigger than I've ever imagined? Since my last video, life has been pretty intense. There's been a lot of changes, some big wins, some challenges, and a fair share of those, what am I doing with my life nights, staring at the ceiling. I've been out there kind of hustling, working on different projects, and experimenting with just some new ideas. And some things have taken off, others just not so much. And recently, I have an opportunity to go back to my old consulting company, and that's kind of when the mental tug of war began. And I want to use this video to kind of tell you kind of the pros and cons and how I've been thinking about this. I mean, for consulting, it's very easy, right? Number one, it's very stable for me. Like, you're getting paid how much, and like you don't wake up knowing that, oh, okay, if I get a next client or not. It's very stable. Number two, it's very clear kind of career progression. As I've said many times in my previous videos, you have those promotions, you have benchmarks. It's a ladder that you can climb and in the end get some big paychecks. And number three, there are resources, right? You have a team, more people, all the infrastructures are set up. You're not wearing multiple different hats, right? So there's comfort in that routine. There's comfort in knowing that Monday morning you log in and then you have a project or not. There's a team there, there's a pipeline of clients, a pipeline of projects you can do. You have set work streams, either you're a team member or team leader, what case you're on, you will know ahead of time, you know what you're doing. I'm familiar with the things that I will be doing if I chose this path. So it's just a very clear, defined path for you, and something that I also very enjoy before I left consulting. But here's the flip side, right? For the hustle, number one, there's a lot of freedom. I set my own schedule. I want to take a midday walk with my kid or work from a cafe. I can do that. If I want to pick him up early from the daycare, I can do that. It's just very, very flexible, and you own that freedom and that time of yours. You can do a lot of things whenever you want. And the number two is kind of the ownership, because every win is mine, right? Every project that I build adds directly to kind of my personal portfolio, not just a company's bottom line. And I love that, right? I have a sense of fulfillment because it is my projects and it is my achievements. And number three is kind of the unlimited potential. I mean, consulting does, in the end, if you make to the partner, you do have a very big cut share of that project, but it takes a long time. For the hustle, you can kind of make it work. Obviously, the way there is very hard, but building something from scratch and knowing that you're taking the risk that you could pay off in the end is a way that no corporate job can. And I think that is also why a lot of people now trying the side hustles, they hope that thing could work and they could own all the freedom and achievement, like the benefits I was talking about. And it's really, really enjoyable doing that, especially when you have a family, when you want to have a personal life other than working, like a certain amount of time for the corporate. Well, but the truth is, it is not just a spreadsheet decision, right? It's emotional. You know, consulting feels safe. It feels like coming home to something familiar. But it also feels like closing a chapter before I've finished writing it. Hustling does feel risky and sometimes exhausting, but it also feels alive. Like every day I'm testing myself, learning, stretching, and there's also ego in both sides. That, you know, the nice thing or the prestige of kind of the corporate world versus the pride of being a self-starter. And I've struggled with both throughout my life because I came from families where they own their own business, they have all the freedom, but I've also seen the hardship right in the middle. And I've also tasted the nice thing about being a consultant and work on the projects alike. So here's how I've been weighing it. First, of course, you have to look at the financial, you know, how many months can I keep hustling without stress, and opportunities in the pipeline. Am I, you know, saying no to something bigger by going back? And of course, the personal growth, you know, which path kind of scares me in a good way right now. Also about timing, you know, is this a good time to go back or keep hustling? I mean, I think everything is kind of, it's just a really hard decision for me, that I don't know which way I would choose in the end. But I want to share this with you just so you can understand my life right now and my struggle. And I think a lot of people facing those crossroads at a time in their life, and this is just how I think about it. And I think, if I'm being honestly now, I'm kind of leaning maybe 60-40 or 70-30 towards consulting, because I feel like I, you know, still have gas in the tank, and I don't regret not seeing where this could go. But and it's a big but, I'm also giving myself permission to change my mind if the numbers or opportunities shift. We don't talk enough about that, you know, how it's okay to change your mind in your career without feeling that you failed. So I think it's a big thing to admit that maybe the hustle is not a good way to do moving forward. There are a lot more people fail than, you know, what you've seen on the CNBC YouTube channel, all these people that have made it. And maybe, you know, like, it's not bad, and I can always continue the hustling on the side if I have to. So anyways, after 8 months away, I'm back, and my first video is basically me thinking out loud with you about one of the biggest decisions on my plate right now. And obviously, I'm curious, you know, if you were me, would you go back to consulting or keep building your own thing? And drop your thoughts in the comments. I will read every single one, and who knows, maybe you will help me make this decision. And if you like this video, please don't forget to thumb up and subscribe. I will definitely keep you updated and see where this life brings me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.